Here we go. Happy Saturday, everybody. You're watching the San Francisco 49ers Report. My name is Chase Sr., and no matter where you are or how you're tuned in, as always, I appreciate you for making today's show a part of your day. Week 1 of the college football season is here. We're 8 days away from the Niners kicking off the regular season on the road against the Seattle Seahawks. You can feel that football and fall is in the air, and it is a great time of the year. Coming up here on the show, pumped up to talk some Niners. San Francisco made a smart signing on the waiver wire. We have a new Jauan Jennings update. What is he thinking? His reported contract demands are crazy, and now Niner fans are turning against him. Also, San Francisco making a couple of practice squad moves, but I do want to begin here. If you want the Niners in 8 days to beat down the Seattle Seahawks on the road to kick off the 2025 NFL season, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Obviously, if you watched the show earlier this week, I was in Costa Rica for a little bit of a vacation and a getaway. We did so much content here on the channel, but the last 2 days, wanted to enjoy the vacation a little bit, and then yesterday was a travel day. And so I want to talk more about how the Niners put in a waiver claim on Jaguars defensive tackle Jordan Jefferson. And I think this is a good sign that the Niners weren't the only team to put in a claim on Jordan Jefferson. The Cincinnati Bengals also wanted to sign the former Jaguars 4th-round pick out of LSU. But San Francisco a little bit higher in the waiver order, number 11, because they were bad last year, and that worked to their advantage in the NFL draft and in the waiver claim order. And Jordan Jefferson is a player who you can see why San Francisco wanted to add him to the active roster. Defensive tackle depth, a lot of ability, draft pedigree, really good player at West Virginia and at LSU, and he fits what the Niners look for at that defensive tackle position. In 2019, West Virginia, he played in 11 games with 1 start, 5 tackles, and a TFL. 2020 with the Mountaineers, 6 games, 1 tackle. 2021, played in 13 games with 4 starts, 17 tackles, 4 TFLs. In 2022 at West Virginia, this is really where he began to find his groove. Honorable mention, all Big 12, led the team with 9.5 TFLs, 5 pass breakups, so he can make plays at the line of scrimmage, both against the run, as a pass rusher, and batting passes down. Alfred Collins also did that with Texas last year, and he started in 12 games with 31 tackles and 3 sacks. He used that 2022 season to transfer to LSU. I know that defense was bad, but he played pretty well. Played in all 13 games, 6 starts, 36 tackles, 7 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, a pass breakup, and a forced fumble. And again, you can see why San Francisco signed him and why they liked the player. Jordan Jefferson, for a big-bodied dude, is quick, he's explosive, he can play one tech, defensive tackle. He has some violence to him. He can stop the run. He fights through contact and doesn't let up. And because of that is a good compliment to Alfred Collins. And now San Francisco at defensive tackle has a couple of really young, intriguing players. Used the 2nd-round pick on Alfred Collins. Used a 4th-round pick on CJ West. You have Sebastian Valdez on the practice squad. He popped throughout the preseason. You add Jordan Jefferson. You hope that Kalia Davis can stay healthy as he now enters the final year of his rookie contract, I believe. But in that first preseason game, he played really well. And now you add Jordan Jefferson to the mix, and I think San Francisco is really pumped up about this addition to their roster. And Alfred Collins, by the way, is a player who missed all of the spring, was slow to show signs of progression in training camp and in the preseason, but he's gotten with Nick Bosa as far as his training regimen, his dieting, and with that, his stamina has really improved, and he's been in better shape. He's gotten more acclimated with the speed and the physicality of the NFL level. And Alfred Collins, his stock is way up. He's really improving, according to Robert Saleh. And now I'm excited to see what Saleh and Chris Kocurek can do with a player like Jordan Jefferson. This is a smart addition by San Francisco at a position of need for the Niners. And again, there was a reason why he was a 4th-round pick by Jacksonville in 2024. You know, the NFL draft process was an interesting one for him, where some teams were high on him, some teams weren't. But what he did have, quick first step, which launched him into the neutral zone. So there is that explosion and quickness at the snap. Good lateral footwork, where he can stop cutbacks. He's very effective using the push-pull technique to dismiss interior offensive linemen. That's the work on the sled right there. Strong hands. Sometimes needs to do a little bit of a better job of leveraging his run fits, but with that kind of attack point and with that short area quickness, sometimes that allows him to just win. So this is a player who John Lynch, too, is excited to add. He said, quote, "We'll get to learn him. There was a lot of love for him in our building coming out of the draft. He's a big, powerful man, very good at the point of attack. He's coming from a completely different technique, so we'll take a couple of days to ease him in." He did play fewer than 150 snaps as a rookie, by the way, but he went up against some quality offensive lines. Lions, Packers, Vikings, Philadelphia Eagles. And in each of those games, he had some plays where he flashed a little bit, showed off his brute strength. Still to come here on the show, new Jauan Jennings update. What is he thinking with this contract demand? And the Niners make 3 practice squad moves. But first, today's 49ers report made possible thanks to our friends at Prize Picks. Regular season football is 8 days away. College football is here. I'm about to watch Ohio State, Texas. Can't wait for that game. The nightcap, LSU, Clemson. Yes, let's go. Don't miss any of the action this season on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code CLNS and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Pick 2 to 6 players, choose more or less on the projected stats for a game or a season, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money. You can get your picks in less than 60 seconds. Checkouts are safe and secure. They offer things like Venmo. Test out your sports knowledge and show me that you know ball with Prize Picks. Who are you high on this year? Who are you low on? There is a special coming up in week 1. Dak Prescott, all he has to do is throw for more than a half passing yard, and that's an easy win on your lineup. So head on over, prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. All right, this Jauan Jennings update from Tim Kawakami is insane. What Kawakami said, what you hear, not from the camp, but from NFL circles, is that his asking price for a new deal, it's high. It's above $20 million. That's what I've heard. Maybe a lot above over 20 a year, to put him in the top 20 or so among wide receivers in that realm. The 49ers have done it before with Brandon Ayuk, so there is precedent for lifting a guy way up on the higher ranks of the receiver salaries. This is insane. I mean, a player like Mike Evans, who every year that he's been in the NFL has had more than 1,000 yards every season, is making $20.5 million in average annual value. He is a projected Hall of Famer. Jauan Jennings, prior to last year, never came close to having over 500 receiving yards. He had 975 and 6 tutties last year. He was the Niners' number 1 wideout. He had a great rapport working with Brock Purdy, but he has 1 good year of production. And all of a sudden, after the Niners gave him a new deal going into last year, he doesn't want 11 to 15, which is the happy zone for me, for a contract that I would give him. He wants $20+ million per year after 1 good season. It's to a point where if he wants that, I would look seriously at trading Jauan Jennings. I know that Drew Rosenhaus is his agent, but that is an insane asking price for Jauan Jennings. You have one good year and all of a sudden you're going to have all of these demands. I love JJ. Love the way that he plays. Love his clutch gene. He's had so many big moments in big-time spots for San Francisco. He's been incredible for this football team, given the value of where he was drafted. He's gotten better and better every year. He is respected in that locker room by that coaching staff. The way that he run blocks, the way that he plays the game, it's all admirable. He defines what it's like to be a Niner, playing downhill, playing with swagger, playing with confidence, playing with physicality. But you want more than $20 million per year? No thanks. No way I'm giving him that deal. And if he wants a contract like that, how about you go out there and prove it and have another good year of production and have more than one good year? Are you kidding me? Crazy demand from Jauan Jennings. Practice squad moves for the Niners before we dip on out of here. Niners announced they have signed defensive tackle Evan Anderson and offensive lineman Killian Zierer to the team's practice squad. In order to make room on the practice squad, they released defensive lineman William Bradley King. Anderson, of course, 6'3", 326, entered the NFL after signing with the Niners as an undrafted free agent following the draft. He played in 12 games last year, 1 start, had 24 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. He had a great TFL or a big run stop along the goal line against the Buccaneers, which helped the Niners win that game because it forced Tampa Bay into a field goal. That's when Jake Moody finally hit the game winner after he missed 3 kicks earlier on in that game. Evan Anderson is a good developmental player at that defensive tackle spot. Earlier, we were talking about the young defensive tackles on this team. Evan Anderson can be included in that group. He played at Florida Atlantic. Played in 39 games there, had 145 tackles, 20 TFL, 7 sacks, 2 PBUs, 3 fumble recoveries, 3rd team All-American his senior season. And last year, he showed some flashes. And then for Zierer, he's 6'7", 312. Originally entered the NFL after signing with the Houston Texans as a UDFA in 2023. Been in the NFL 2 years, spent time on the Texans practice squad, spent 2025 training camp with the Atlanta Falcons and Cleveland Browns. He is a 25-year-old native of Munich, Germany. He went to Auburn, where he appeared in 21 games, 16 starts, got his start in the NFL by way of the International Pathway Program. So that is today's Saturday edition of the San Francisco 49ers Report. Smart signing. Jauan Jennings, a crazy demand, and the Niners make a couple of moves on that practice squad. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon. Peace.